Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Easy English. Today we're asking the people of Brighton what is their guilty pleasure. Let's go. What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure would be Thomas Shelby from the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, okay. And how do you watch Thomas Shelby?
Always on my own.
I thought you were going to say Netflix. And what is it about Thomas Shelby?
It's just those eyes and his cap. I love it.
Yeah. And do you like a Brummie accent?
No, I'm not particularly. No, it isn't the accent. It's just the face. His face. I love his face.
And like the hat and like the coat and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that really cool?
The bad boy. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bad boy thing.
Yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, salt and vinegar crisps.
Yeah? Salt and vinegar?
Like a family pack a day.
What brand? A whole family
Kettle
pack?
Chips, yeah, or Tyrrells.
I like kettle chips, yeah.
Skips.
That's your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, going into skips.
Oh, skip diving.
Skip diving and getting packets of old skips, prawn cocktail out of skips.
Also a family pack?
Whatever's
Possibly.
there.
Available.
Okay, so can you tell me what is your guilty pleasure?
Probably watching low-quality property shows on daytime TV.
An example of one?
Homes Under the Hammer.
It's eating too much and trying to have a limit on my food, because I know that I'm a very greedy person, but I really try and avoid it. But then I just always fold. I just always go for the large, even though I know I'll be okay with the small, but I'll just go for the large. Why not? Yeah.
I think we're all guilty of that sometimes. And how about yourself?
Mine is like basically junk food. I just adore it, and I know I shouldn't eat it, but I always end up getting like crisps.
Dog food?
No, junk food.
Oh, junk food.
Junk food, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
I thought you said dog food.
No, junk food, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Also very guilty of it. What is your guilty pleasure?
I really like watching Netflix a lot, and I also like eating a whole packet of Hobnob chocolate chips while I do that with a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, Dunker. You're a Dunker.
I'm a Dunker.
You're a Dunker. I'm guilty of that too as well.
My guilty pleasure is Bargain Hunt, and I actually auditioned for the show.
Tell us more.
Well, when I was younger, I used to go to antique shops and auctions. My dad used to take us every weekend, buying the most random stuff that he would never ever use, but it was just the fact that it was old, it had a story behind it, so that's how I got into liking it as well.
And did you get to meet David Dickinson?
No, because I didn't get onto it.
Damn, it's a shame. And have you thought of one at all?
No.
Okay, thank you.
My guilty pleasure is like really like cliche like indie bands, like generic shit that I used to listen to when I was like 13 probably.
Yeah. Can you give us a good example?
I don't know, like when I was like 14, 13, listened to a lot of like the 1975 and Catfish and the Bottom. Now that I'm like 20, like I dabble back in it every now and then, I guess.
And that's a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, it kind of has to be, because it's like, I don't know, I'm a bit too old for all of that now, so you kind of just got to do it behind closed doors.
So now here's the thing. How do I answer that?
You're an innocent man.
No, but this is a wonderful question to ask me. Because I'm a Christian, you've just entrapped yourself into my telling you the gospel. So, my guilty pleasures used to be violence, a lot of drugs, a lot of stuff like that. But that led me with a lot of depression. And then someone said to me, God came down as a man to die for everything that separates you and him. And he just wants to wash all that crap away. So I sat down with the dude and like talked to him and prayed with him. And then all of a sudden I felt like this presence come over, this peace that just went like this. And then like all that depression just left in a second. So I love Jesus too much to have guilty pleasures.
Not even like Homes Under the Hammer or Bargain Hunt?
Oh yeah, man. Okay, fine. What is that one? David Dickinson. That is a bit of a one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
okay, yeah, fair.
Antiques Roadshow, no?
Yeah, that's it,
I
man.
love Antiques Roadshow.
You know what? I flipping love Antiques Roadshow. What else do I love?
So it turns out you're not so innocent after all.
Yeah, no.
Drinking on a Monday.
Drinking on a Monday, that's a good one. I think that's everyone's guilty pleasure.
We all love that, don't we?
Yeah, and will you be drinking this Monday?
Of course.
And last Monday?
Yeah.
Right, where?
Monday.
And what kind of drink are you having?
I'll have a Guinness.
Oh, nice. Did you go to Fiddler's Elbow?
I've been there a couple of times. Yeah, it's pretty good in there.
Yeah, I heard it's £3 a pint.
I'll probably go there this Monday then.
Yeah, I might see you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question for you is, what is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, my guilty pleasure would be late in the evening, a hot chocolate
Yeah.
with a liberal helping of brandy in it, with my feet up and possibly a hot water bottle.
Oh yeah, watching something guilty on the telly?
Watching something interesting on the television, something amusing and sort of friendly, nothing too scary.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Eating sweets.
Yeah?
Yeah, eating sweets. Chocolates. When you're stressed, just go to the shop, get some white chocolate.
White chocolate?
White chocolate. It has to be white chocolate. It calms me down. Just that's my pleasure.
Yeah, and how often would you dive into some white chocolate?
3 times a week, to be honest.
Oh, that's pretty guilty.
Yeah.
Cleaning and chocolate.
Cleaning and chocolate
At the same time.
That's great.
Say like all of the carbs, just all of them. Not that you should be guilty, but as many carbs as I can on a plate.
Yeah. Chocolate.
Is that a guilty pleasure?
Isn't it?
I don't think it is.
No.
It depends on how much you're eating. If you're eating like a family-sized bar all to yourself, then maybe. Yeah?
If you can't stop.
Yeah. And is that what you do?
Sometimes, yeah, it happens.
So, that was a really great day in Brighton finding out people's guilty pleasures. Easy, who was behind the camera, what is your guilty pleasure?
I have to say my guilty pleasure is wine. I love wine and mac and cheese. I like mac and cheese. But I want to feel guilty about it because you should enjoy those, just if it's too much sometimes.
Red or white wine?
Both.
At the same time?
No. White more.
Okay.
What is your guilty pleasure, Mitch?
My one would be listening to the first album of Nickelback, Silver Side Up, specifically in a car full blast, singing as loud as I can.
That is very guilty.
Yeah, I feel guilty doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd also like to hear what your guilty pleasures are, so please leave a comment
Comment below.
below, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.